Well, we're all done for the day. Again. I just watched Tactical Mounds win not that long ago. Man, she looked good.
Hi, everyone.
Out of here. Shh. The horse she beat, Unaba, is a very, very good 4-year-old. Actually, it was a winner in 51 in Oak Grove this summer. And Tactical Mounds dispatched her this afternoon and looked very, very good doing it. Now, I want to get to all the aged horses. Speaking of aged horses, I want to get to all of them. I got 4 videos to do. This will be the first one. Aged horses. Adeline Hope. Atlas Hanover. Now, he raced abysmally his last start. There's no two ways about that. Raced terribly. We're hoping to get him back on track this week. I see he's in to go in Georgian now. A lot of people ask me, where's he going? Did you leave it? Did he go somewhere yet? There isn't really a place to go today. Right? We could take him to the Meadows, but why would I believe there'd be anything different than what took place at Georgian Downs or at Woodbine? I mean, the place that I was thinking was maybe, I'll tell you what would be a good place for him. Corbin, maybe, when they open up. That Corbin track. Corbin or Illinois, just somewhere we can get his bearings, get himself back fired up and racing well, because the Atlas Hanover we bought last year, the Atlas Hanover that we raced in the Little Brown Jug and that did so well for us, he's not gone. He's just kind of hidden away. And it happens sometimes. It happens all the time. 3 years old to 4 years old, that transition for both Pacers and Trotters is very difficult. And as you guys are learning, it's a very real thing. So Atlas Hanover, trying to get him fired back up here at the stable. Greatest Ending. I kept telling everybody a week, and the market said, Anthony, I saw your video, and you know, I did a video the other day explicitly to my partners on Atlas Hanover, or to Greatest Ending, but I believe also a little bit to everybody in a more broader video, explaining how the blacksmith that was treating the horse right now feels that he knows why he continues to have these foot problems, these pus pockets that pop out, or quarter cracks, or foot separations, and he believed he could nip it in the bud, and as long as we stayed on that path, we would be safe with this horse. So we chose to follow that path, and he's back training. He's been back training. I believe his first fast mile Mark thought would be end of August, which would be now, or first part of September. So I suspect sometime this week, and after we get a couple of those faster miles into him, he'll be ready to go shortly thereafter. H.L. Ballou did qualify. Was it pretty? No, it was not the track record. 2-1 was not great, but he had the rail, and I was very, very conservative with him. Nothing more than I hate than taking a horse and unfortunately having a break in a qualifier, but then coming back the next week and doing it again and making a break again. Oh my God, that's a very frustrating feeling. So I was super conservative with him when it came to qualifying him last week. Now, that doesn't mean that he could have went out and trotted in 58. I'm not saying that. But it does mean that I was very careful with him. We'll probably train him up. I would like to have him a mile in 58 before we just put him in to go. Because, quite frankly, the non-winners of 2 is going to go in 57 or 58. So bringing him in, just assuming and hoping everything will be great, would be naive. So we are going to train him in 58 or 59 before he does start. How the hell? Finally made $642. That's what he made the other day, I think. That's what he's made. But you know what he did do? He trotted, he did his work well, and I was very, very happy with him. A few things we're going to change on him. I'm going to finally get those belly band hobbles on him. I think I trust him enough to do it. And I hope and expect he continues to get better and better and better. Actually, he did his best racing without them on at the end, before he ended up hurting himself. So hopefully we can get him back to that plane. I Forbid You didn't get in last week. She'll be in to go this week coming up. Did she not race? I thought she did race. I don't think so. Got this. Can't remember, second or third if she did. She just present. J.K. Mickey Mantle did not get in. Now I did train J.K. Mickey Adeline Hope. I did train J.K. Mickey Mantle in 53 and a piece at the Meadows last week. They trained him up a mile and a half this week, and he'll be in to go. He'll be in to go Saturday, I believe, is when they said. Now I won't be there. But it's not like he's a tricky gated horse. What he needs is just a couple of starts to get him back going. Get him back pacing clean and straight and comfortable. And that's what I believe this week will be all about. JK Victory. For those of you who think that horses can't come back around and can't move forward, JK Victory looked pretty abysmal in Ontario when we raced him in the wintertime. Had the corks on, just wasn't sound, wasn't comfortable, wasn't himself. He's gone back to Indiana where he did his best work, and he has looked amazing. The open pace, as a 4-year-old, he's won the open pace 2 weeks in a row and dispatched with the Dan Patch winner, Ponda Warrior, last night, and looked exceptionally good doing it. So hopefully we can keep moving forward with him. As many of you know by now, looks like Money has an injury. He's going to be probably done for the season. We don't have a true estimation of the path, like the rehab, time off and rehab with him until we get all the swelling out of that leg and get him cleaned up. But it shouldn't be too bad. Adeline Hope. Right, stop please. Renegade Gypsy races tonight, I believe, in Indiana. He's been doing okay. And I expect him to do good again tonight. Resolute Bay, I'll tell you what, I saw Resolute Bay on the track today. I don't think I've ever seen him as sound and comfortable as he was jogging. Usually he's a little wiry, he's a little hot, but he looks good. Today he had his head way down. He was just quiet and jogging along. I just saw him out of the corner and looked over and said, yours looks good. Looks really, really good. Really happy with what I saw from Resolute Bay. Just jogging, but still look good. Yo, mister, here's a horse. You want to talk about winners win? Here's a horse that took him to Kentucky to stretch his legs. Stacy said, I think he'd be so much better on a bigger track because he doesn't really get around a 5/8 well. He did go to the Red Mile. He did trot in 50-2, finishing second to a really good horse in 49-4, which was impressive. That wasn't the most impressive thing. Just took him to a fair the next week. I'm like, how is he possibly going to get around a half when you're worried about him getting around a 5/8? Not only did he get around it, but he set the track record. First time ever on a half-mile track in his life, and he set a track record at the Greenville Fair. So a wonderful job by Stacy and Brett, and a terrific job by the horse to set the track record. He looked amazing. Good as him is back going, jogging now, getting ready to start training him. He looks great. Locatelli, Harry said, trained this morning and trained very good, so he's on the way back. He looks great. No free lunch racing tonight. Looked amazing last week. Yeah, how fast he went? 15 apiece, I think, right? No free lunch last week. He looked very good. Addie, hold on.
There's no more cars.
I know, but I don't want to go in the drive-thru when I'm doing my video. I'll be done in 1 second. But thank you. Think of Galaxies. What a pickup this mare's been. Oh my God Almighty. To pick up a horse, just to put it in perspective, we paid what, 150 for JK Victory. Mm-hmm. Paid 140 for who? We paid 140 for Patrick the Piranha. We paid 90 for Locatelli, 90.95. We paid 90.95 for Looks Like Money. We paid 75 or 70 or something like that American for Sintra. We bought Think of Galaxies for $40,200. And you know, somebody said, why would you ever buy off Burke? Because they're honest. It's an honest place to buy horses. They have so many horses. They're well conditioned. They're well cared for. And sometimes some things just slip through the cracks. It happens. It's happened with us. It happens with everybody. No one's perfect. And this mare, when we got her feet were sore. We took care of her feet, put bar shoes on her, and she's won the open pace at Northfield and the Meadows. This is a filly that was campaigned by the best trainer on the planet right now. By money, by wins, by whatever you want, by height, by anything you want. And, was racing in the numbers of 8,000 or 9,000. So not only is it a feather in our cap to bring a horse in and do good out of such an established stable, and that won't happen very often, I can assure you of that. But very fortunate to be able to, in a very, very lucky way, to be able to pick up a mare that can jump into a role like this. I was just so happy, and she's such a sweet mare to drive. This affiliate wears a pair of shin boots. That's it. Bridle, shin boots, line pull. Just a really, really nice mare. And what a fortuitous pickup that was. B. Lisa continues to race okay. She was flatter last start. Got some money. No, I don't think she did. But she was very flatter last start. She's coming into this week. They said she trained well. They are training now. They trained yesterday and today at Northfield Park. They said B. Lisa trained well. Oakwood Cowboy did not school well, but again, scope with some mucus. And I get some horses. I'm almost tempted just to turn him out for 3 or 4 weeks and just try and hit a reset button with him. Dominic wanted to tinker with his shoeing one more time and then put him back into go and see if we can't get him squared away. Where are we at? Stay Close. Oh my God. 2 incredible trotting miles in the Meadows, and then we went to Scioto, and I really can't blame King Kaufman. I would have done the same thing with Stay Close. Go out of there, but he got parked with him. Trots in 53 after being parked the whole mile. He is in some kind of sharp shape right now, and I hope that did not knock him back a peg, but I doubt it will. He's a pretty tough horse. Kings County, 4th in the Earl Row last week and raced very good. There wasn't really a whole lot for him, so we shipped him back, and he's going to race in the numbers of 10,000 at Scioto next week. White Tiger raced good his last start, and truthfully, the race office called me and said, "Hey, can we put him in that numbers of 14,000 again?" I said, "No. He should be able to race against numbers of 8,000 horse. It's not my fault that you can't fill that class. And it's not fair to the horse. You only have, 20, 30 good quality starts a year? 20, 30 starts a year. Of the 20, 30, especially the way James drives them, he's going to have, 16, 17 quality opportunities to win? It's not fair to him to have to race up a class all the time. Fill the damn class. Fill the classes up. And I know it's not just the race office's fault, but if the numbers 8 isn't filling, then put competitive type horses in there. And I know that White Tiger can do in the 14,000 class, but it's not fair to him. It's not fair to our owners. It's not the way the class structure is supposed to work. And I know this is just me whining, but at the end of the day, there has to be a better, and maybe it is, they use that TM rating or whatever it's called in the States, and I don't know much about it, and I don't know if it really is a good way to fill competitive fields. I have no idea whatsoever. But I know that we need to find a way to have the now-winners of 8,000 horses race against now-winners of 8,000 types. However you measure them, that's what needs to happen moving forward. And, sure, if he's not going to get it next week, then we're going to have to bite the bullet and put him in the 14. But I'm not going to do that forever. And that goes for every horse at the stable. I'm not going to continue to race our horses and ask them to punch above their weight class because the race office here can't fill the classes. Maybe that's not fair to them, but it certainly isn't fair to us. So, where are we at here? White Tiger hopefully will be in this week. Delicious Stone DK's back. He did a short just a week and a half off. Mark just wanted to work on his blood, work on his feet, got him back good. He believes he's in to go at Plain Ridge, I believe, on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Patrick DePrana will race Saturday. Now, I spoke to Ronnie Wren. Usually, he would not be able, or Friday. Usually, he would not be able to race this horse. I'm coming back to Ontario to watch my son play baseball Friday. Saturday, I will go to the Poconos to race Insider Trading and Activation, if I'm asked to, because he's in the, no, that's not on Saturday. Insider Trading is, Memory and Imagination is, and potentially Lonely Lakewood. I hope he draws in, but I don't know if he can. So those horses will be in Saturday, so I'm going to fly to the Poconos, come right back to watch Ollie play Sunday. Now, Sunday, we are going to race Crantini in the Constellation. We are going to race
what does that have to do with the horse you're talking about?
Spitfire Overseas in the Constellation, and my brother Mark is going to drive them, so I can be here to watch my son play baseball. Mommy. That's what I was getting. Shh, 1 second, please. So, Patrick the Piranha is who I was talking about.
Okay.
He's going to race Friday. I'm not going to be there. Now, Ronnie Wren will have a number of Burke's horses to pick from for the Open, but Patrick the Piranha doesn't fit the Open. He fits the... Adeline Hope, stop talking. He fits the class below the Open, in which case Ronnie would be more than happy to drive him in there. So that's where we're going with Patrick the Piranha. Per luck, he's been great. He races great everywhere. Nobody talks about this horse. He got like 80,000 made this year or something. Here, that was another horse we bought off Ron Burke. And Stay Close was also, now that I think of it. So Patrick the Piranha's racing great now. One start doesn't make great, but he certainly looked great the other day. Per Lucky has been racing, continues to race tough. He's just a tough horse. No, Patrick the Piranha. I said Per Lucky. Oh. Per Lucky was a Burke horse. Took a dive off Dipper, is back jogging now, I believe. And Sintra, 4th in the numbers of 4,000, or 2nd in the numbers of 4,000. But if you want to know how tough the racing is at Mohawk right now, just scroll down the results to who finished 6th in that race. Just the horse that won the North American Cup 2 years ago in the horse Trevor Henry drives, Desperate Man. Mm-hmm. He was 6th in Cintra's class the other day. Tough racing. With that, I'll let you guys go. I'm going to get a tea. I'm going to go home. I'm going to try the 2-year-old video, 3-year-old video. I'm going to do the opening tomorrow. I said I wouldn't do it, but we don't have a ton racing tonight. Nobody that's going to break my heart tonight. Just interest. With that, talk to you soon. Take care.